Good morning, TikTok. Alright, so what we've got going on here is a early 2000s C180 Mercedes. Now, as you can see, that is our problem there, and this is hopefully going to be part 2 and a repair video in one on this little bugger. So this is our Topdon Phoenix Elite. Now, I'm not going to go into the diagnosis on this just because it's a whole separate sort of issue, but what we're looking at on this car is a corrupt airbag module. So this has a second-hand airbag module in there, and it's been installed, but it's been installed with crash data. So the initial airbag module was failed. What we were looking at is obviously replacement unit. Replacement unit has crash data stored. So on these old Mercedes vehicles, you can actually perform a security access with MB Star, which is a dealer software, and you can reinitialize and recode these airbag modules, and generally it fixes your issues. So I want to try and do it with this. Now I know the process because I've done it before. There will be German writing on this Scantool, so half of the menu for this process is in German. I don't know why, but any aftermarket scan tool generally is just a takeoff of the dealer software. Now on the dealer software MB Star, the process for this is half in German as well. So why, I don't know, but it is. So just be aware of that. That's not an issue with the Topdon, the fact that the parts of this menu that we're going to go through is in German. It's actually an issue with the dealer software that has translated over. So we have a 203C class as of 2003. Okay, ignition's on, and we'll turn ignition on and engine off. So that's our ignition on, engine off. We're going to go straight into our SRS module. Ignition is on, and we're going to follow this menu through. So what we're going to do is we're going to perform a security access, which is in one of these units. I think it might be in here, I can't remember. So I'm going to find the security access, which is written in German. We're going to perform that, and then we're going to reset and reinitialize this module. Alright, now what we've gone through, and this is awesome because it's not actually in German, is we've released this control unit. So that basically just readapts it, and then what we can do is we should be able to go through here and do this initial startup. So we're going to press OK, coding interlocked. Alright, so that is our control unit reset happening, and we'll see how we go with that. Alright, so our initial startup process is finished. Now we're back in the airbag module and everything has gone successful. So I've got communication now. I still have one fault for the passenger seat because that is faulty. The seat mat in that passenger seat there is no good. So we've only got one fault left now, which is the front passenger seat is defective, but our control unit is all programmed in. So absolutely stoked with that. That's fantastic function. All our VIN number and everything has been written, so the initial startup basically goes through and it will code the modules. So it codes the emergency call out, etc., whatever's fitted to this car. You know, we coded out the rear airbags, and then it rewrote the VIN of this new vehicle to the donor SRS module. So all that's left is to have that passenger seat sorted, and everything is all good to go. And just to show you, this is our passenger seat fault, so we're getting no signal back from that passenger seat unit down there. So basically the seat position mat is knackered and not sending a signal back to the SRS module. So that's what's going on there. But yeah, I'm very, very impressed with this so far, the Topdon. I've gone through all these menus now, and the only German that I can find is in the variant coding, which is going right into the actual coding, individual coding of the vehicle. So I mean, it's no big deal, that's just is what it is. But unlike MB Star and unlike the Autel and Launch and things like that, our menus for the basically security access, so accessing, unlocking the Airbag Ecu, so going in here to unlock it and lock it, are actually English, which is fantastic. So thanks for watching. Alright, so that's basically our part 2 on the the Topdon. We're going to continue with that, so I'm going to continue. I do want to do some actual online programming if I have an option to. So that's obviously just our special functions basically, and coding that this does. So next up, I am going to basically try and see if I can do some online programming with this on whatever's needed. So we usually do 1 or 2 programming jobs over every couple of weeks, so I should have an option to test this out, be it on a Beamer, Merc, whatever. So next thing we'll have is our online programming test, and if anyone has anything that they want to see on this specifically, just let me know, and I'll do my best to get a video on it. So hope everyone has a good day.